Howdy y'all.
Hi guys.
It's Angela.
And Ryan.
From Flipside Music in Denver, Colorado. No. From Flipside University.
No.
Where are we from?
RNA Music.
RNA Music. Oh, that's right. That's a nice shirt you got there.
Thanks.
I like that design. That's pretty sweet. Your favorite mom and pop guitar shop and music license studio, deep in the heart of Texas. That's where we're at.
That's right.
It's time for another episode of F You.
RNA.
Ask RNA. That's what time it is. I haven't worn this shirt.
I know.
And I realized as I was deleting the memory card, I was wearing the same shirt today that I wore last time. Like, I can't wear the same shirt two Ask RNAs in a row.
And Matlock wore the same suit every day.
That's true.
It's okay.
I'm no Matlock. But I found this Flipside shirt. Anyways, okay, here we go. Time for another episode of Ask RNA.
Okay.
Angela's going to answer all your questions and make you smarter. Let's go. Welcome back to episode number 372. That's 372 episodes
We've been doing this for a long time.
of Angela's wisdom and me talking too. So, and if you're new here, we have a little guitar shop and music lesson studio in a very small town in rural East Texas. Ruru, East Texas is where we're at. And we've been making YouTube videos for like, I don't know, 13 years now.
Something like that, yo.
Got 9,000 subscribers. I would like to get to 10,000 in 2023. That would be pretty rad. So if you have not subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. Help us break that 10K mark after 13 years.
Yeah.
And anyways, if you would like some swaggity swag, you can get an RNA Music t-shirt. Link in the description of this video. Go to our Teespring store, order you a t-shirt, the Force tee.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right, the Force tee.
Yeah.
And you can't get this one from us, but you can get it somewhere else. So.
Yep. Yep.
All right. Good times. I think I covered everything.
I think so too.
Down to business. We're going to answer some questions. Let's go. First question, Midnight Wind. Ryan, can you comment on some practice approaches? Some do scales, some push arpeggios, others are modes. But I think pattern playing leaves the understanding of how to play and why somewhat in the dark. What are your thoughts? Oh, great
Good
question, Midnight Wind. Well, I have a video that I made. I don't know how long ago it was, but I think it was in 2022. Go back, I'll try to link it in the description of this video where I talked about practice routines and like having a practice routine of some kind. And I'll link that there. But the synopsis is, I like to break it up into 4 categories. Warm-ups, just physical, technical things, just to get your hands to obey you.
Right.
We tell our students, or I tell our students, their hands are like little puppy dogs. They don't always listen. They do what they want. You have to train them to do what you want. So there's the benefit of physical exercises, technique, things, right? Then I break it into, I don't remember the order off the top of my head, but it's like scales. You got to learn your scales, you know, because the scales are really the building blocks of everything we do in music. You wouldn't have chords without scales.
Right.
Chords are built from scales.
Right.
And if you want to play lead guitar or even cool riffs, most of the time those are built from scales. So learning your scales is good. Chord knowledge is good. Learning various types of chords, all your bar chords and your positions. And yes, we do have a problem as guitar players as everything becomes about shapes and grips. Like, ooh, what is that? It's an F sharp major. Great. You ask an average guitar player what notes are they playing, they're like, these ones. You don't know what's in an F sharp major? An F sharp? Most of them don't know because it's not necessarily our faults. But the way that we learn the guitar is a little bit different than piano players approach things or trumpet players approach things, right? Or even bass players. But it is very pattern and grip based, and that's just the nature of the instrument. I don't think you can work around that. I think it's useful, but I think you should learn a little bit of what I call practical music theory, learning about the Nashville number system, learning what the intervals are in chords, intervals and scales. You can do that. It's a little bit academic, but it's worth doing. So chord knowledge, chord vocabulary, that would include arpeggios.
How many sharps are in an F sharp chord?
3.
Okay.
F sharp, A sharp, C sharp.
Okay.
You quizzing me on the spot.
No, I was trying to think of them in my head, and I wanted you to say, because I was comparing it to the answer in my head, not if you knew it. I know you knew it. That's why I asked you. Not if, yeah. Because I was saying them in my head. I was like, what is an F sharp chord? I was like, yeah, okay.
F sharp, A sharp, and C sharp are the notes in the chord. Now on guitar, obviously I played 6. There was like, 3 F sharps in there and 2 C sharps and 1 A sharp. So guitar players, we just think funny because we learn our chords on grips and shapes and things. And most of the time we don't bother to learn what we're actually doing. So I'm a big fan of practical music theory. I teach that to all of my students. And then, the fourth category is songs. You should freaking learn songs. That's why we all learn guitar to begin with. It's like, I want to play my favorite songs, or you want to learn to write songs. So I think a good practice routine should be a routine and not just scattershot, but, always end on something fun.
Of course. Sounds fun. Sounds good.
So those are my thoughts. You want a deeper take into that, I'll link down the description down below. You can watch that video on practice routines. Thank you, Midnight Wind. Next question, Matt Hodges. Hashtag Hans Gruber. Good show. Hashtag RNA. Tired of guitar, but never, but I have taken a break from guitar. Tired of guitar, never, but I have taken a break from guitar. I've been having fun with drums lately. Nice song. You guys are going to see any shows this year? Concerts or NAMM? Hashtag keep the music alive. Thanks for the video.
Yeah.
Are we going to go to any shows this year?
I'm sure we will.
Concerts?
Or Brian probably will.
I'm thinking about...
He goes to his stuff, but I never get to go to mine. I don't.
Do you want to go see any shows?
I would love to.
You're going to some conferences this year.
That's not the same. That's not what he asked.
Okay.
Yes, I'm sure we will. I'm sure. I think 2023, because we have such grown kids, that I think we can leave more often than we have been. I think it'll be fun to go away for a weekend, like to Austin, and go see you.
Yeah. I was telling someone today that I haven't been to any real concerts since before the lockdowns.
Yeah, that's true.
I've been to
some gigs.
A little, just some friends of mine who have a band, and they were playing in Tyler. Some guys from Nacogdoches, they played, and I went to their gig, and just because we're friends, I wanted to go support them and stuff. But I haven't been to anything big. I'm thinking about Alter Bridge is coming this spring. I think it's March. And I thought Nicholas would really enjoy that.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about getting tickets for me and Nicholas to go see Alter Bridge, because our son freaking loves Alter Bridge.
Yep.
Me and Angela have seen them, but Nicholas has not, and he would. I think he would really enjoy that. So
yeah. I think you would too.
I should probably get tickets soon though, because they seem to be selling out their venues.
When is it?
March. I don't know. I gotta look. Oh, because we're going to Medieval Times on the 18th. Yeah,
your baby's turning 18, so it might not work out.
I better go check.
And then our anniversary is the week after that. So
yeah, maybe. Probably not going to NAMM.
Yeah.
I forget when that is. It might be in March. Is it March?
Don't know.
I don't know. Probably not going to go. I would like to, but probably not. It's just making time for that right now is a little difficult. So, yeah. Thanks for the question, Matt Hodges. Next question, Colm Costs. I consider Ryan and Angela to be my adopted parents. And in that spirit, Dad, can I borrow your guitar? No. Sorry.
We will help you save some money if you need help. We'll give you our son's plan that we'll
give you a budgeting plan.
Yeah.
How about that? We'll help you with your budgeting.
Accountable to keep your budget so you can.
Colm, did you put money in savings this week?
Yes. Where are you spending your money, Colm?
Yeah.
Gotta
get a budget together. Next question. Just fun guitar. All the way from England. Hashtag KTMA. Hashtag Hans Gruber. Hashtag Angela channeling Rickman. We like you lollies in England. There's a lolly England.
I know.
There's a town in England named after me. So it's pretty neat. New questions. 1, do you use talcum powder in Texas? 2, I'm so loving my torpedo. Do you use any kind of load box or preamp gear? 3, will the animals eventually rise up against humanity because of how we treat them? Good questions. All right. The first one made me laugh. Do you use talcum powder in Texas?
I know some people do still.
My dad
Yeah.
uses an excessive amount.
Yeah.
Like, I was in his house the other day helping him out. He's been going through some health struggles, and so I've been over there doing things. And I was trying to clean up his bathroom, and he had like 4 different like half-open bottles of talcum powder on his sink. I'm like, Dad. And then of course it's all over the floor. And he's been slipping and falling and stuff. I'm like, Dad, you might. I mean, the talcum powder in the floor, on the wood floor,
it's not good. That's
that might be
stuff right there.
I was like, maybe don't. Yeah. So I was just laughing because he has a lot. He's always
maybe step into the shower and apply.
As long as I can remember, he's had used talcum powder, like in his shoes and on his feet and
Most
stuff.
people over the age of 60, especially country folk, usually use it.
Yeah. I have not.
Yeah. I've never used it.
I mean, what is it? I mean, is it just like
just to keep things dry?
Keep your feet from getting sweaty and funky?
Yeah.
Maybe just wash them. I don't know.
Yeah. It's like baby powder.
Okay. Some old people do. Old people do. Oh. Hey. Oh my gosh, Texas trucks. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Wee.
I meant to bring this because I knew this question was coming up. I'm loving my torpedo. Do you use any kind of load box? I have this Torpedo Captor 8 load box attenuator. Focus. I've got this dude that I don't use very much, but I have one. I had it at the house for a while, sitting on my desk at the house, and then for a while I had the Mesa Boogie dual rectifier at the house, and I could plug the dual rec into this, and then go from this into my laptop for recording. I don't really have any big amps at the house at the moment, and so I brought this up here to maybe use for some recording stuff, but I have not really used it that much, but I do have something, and these are great. The Torpedo stuff, 2 notes. Freaking fantastic. If you're somewhere where you need it to be kind of quiet, if you live in an apartment or a house, or you don't want to disturb people, the 2-note stuff is great. Torpedo stuff's really good for that. Highly recommend. Not affiliated, not a dealer, but it's good stuff. All right. Will the animals eventually rise up against humanity because of how we treat them?
Nah.
I don't think so. Our Chihuahua can't even get in the back door. She just...
Now, maybe the
squalls.
apes, but not just animals in general. No, nothing.
Yeah. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think we are significantly higher up the chain than anything else.
Yeah.
Chihuahuas have no chance, so I don't think so. Here's the thing. I just saw this. I don't think we treat them that bad compared to how they treat each other. Have you seen animals slaughter each other for food?
Yeah.
Woo!
I could see species rising up against certain species, like certain, groups or something like that.
It's pretty brutal.
Yeah.
I mean, we consume animals.
Yeah.
But animals consume animals. I don't know that many people who mistreat animals just for fun.
Yeah.
I don't know any, actually.
Yeah.
So, good question, though. Good question. Thank you, Just Fun Guitar. Next question. Fat Philosopher, all the way from Japan. It's like my voice is changing.
I know, that was weird.
I know. I think it was the Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
The Mountain Dew. Hey, Ryan and Angela. Which guitar company fanboys, I think you meant to say, and fangirls, fan people, and the most annoying, I think he said are the most annoying. Which guitar company fanboys and the most annoying and get butthurt the most easily? A Gibson fanboy recently called me a, quote, a sad, depressed, lonely, pathetic, miserable, jealous person, end quote, because I said I didn't want to help pay the Gibson lawsuit lawyers. LOL. Hashtag Hans Gruber. Hashtag Ryan the Fender Dealer.
Question mark?
Question mark. Okay. Which guitar company's fan people are the most toxic? Is that the question, or gets most of them?
Pretty much.
What are your thoughts?
I don't have any.
What would be your guess?
Gibson, probably. Yeah.
I think it's all of them.
Yeah.
Like every company has
Just
people.
like every band has people,
Ugh.
and you know.
The Avenged Sevenfold is the greatest band of all time.
You know.
Kenneth Gacy is the best guitar player who ever lived.
It's just crazy stuff. People are crazy.
You know, that's a good question. I think it's a 3-way tie between Gibson, Fender, and PRS. Probably would be my guess.
Maybe.
You know, Gibson. You know, I know a lot of like casual Gibson owners, like people who own Gibsons, but they're not like Gibson is the greatest company. You know, I think there's a lot more people who own guitars who are just like, you know, I like my Gibsons, but I like my PRS, and I like my Fender, and I like my Jackson, and I like my, you know, whatever.
Right.
I like my ESP, you know. ESP fanboys. Dean fanboys. No. So I think you have a vocal minority of Gibson owners that's probably close to PRS owners.
Yeah.
I think it's probably a tie between PRS and Gibson owners. Fender maybe in third place. I don't typically see a lot of snobbery from Fender guys and girls.
Yeah.
There seems to be a little bit more of that on the Gibson and PRS side. But there's a bunch of people who are not so dumb about it. But I'm a member of a Gibson group, a Gibson Les Paul group on Facebook. It's called Gibson Les Paul. And I do own a Gibson Les Paul. So I can legally be in that group. I have every legal right to be in there.
Oh, good Lord.
But it's kind of funny. I just stumbled across it, and there was a cool picture of a vintage Gibson. I was like, dude, that is rad. That's a cool old 70s Les Paul. I was like, super awesome. I was like, well, let me join this group because I want to look at these Les Pauls. But it's fine.
Yeah.
You're not depressed and lonely, fat philosopher, or the other things.
So don't worry about it.
Yeah. I think you just like poking them, don't you? Because I know you don't like Gibson. So what were you even doing talking to Gibson people? Were you like?
It might have been a friend.
It could have been.
Really? On a friend's post.
Oh, could have been on a
people
friend's post.
Of another friend on a different.
Were you poking people? Were you commenting on the Gibson post?
It doesn't matter. People should
telling
be
them
so
they're
sensitive.
crap.
People should be so sensitive over inanimate objects.
Right.
I'm going to treat this human being crappy because of an inanimate object that I love to hold sometimes and maybe play some kind of decent music out of.
Yeah.
That's just dumb. People shouldn't do that.
Oh, he said he didn't want to help pay the Gibson lawsuit lawyers. Okay. I mean, if that's all you said, you don't want to fund their lawyers.
I mean, exactly.
Well,
but the thing is,
reasonable.
you're a human. The guitar is not.
Yeah.
The fact that people are choosing to defend a guitar or even a guitar company over being respectful to a human is just silly.
Yeah. Yeah. What do y'all think? Y'all down below in the on the online space, what guitar company fans are the most toxic, do you think? I wish I could do a poll. I can't really do that, but we'll take a poll. All right. And now it's time for comment of the day.
Yay! Yeah.
Looking at my guitar, I accidentally knocked it off the stand a while ago. Freaked me out. I was like, oh, Lord. I haven't done that very many times in my life.
I think it's fine.
Maybe twice. But I gotta say, this Maiden Japan Takamine is pretty sturdy. Like, nothing, headstock didn't
Takes
snap
a
off.
kicking and keeps on ticking.
Yeah.
Takes a licking.
Headstock didn't snap off. All right, this is the part of the video where we write a song impromptu for y'all. Using a comment from last week's video.
Here we go.
I need a better guitar angle here. So
Something.
Give me a chord.
F sharp major.
Let's do F sharp major. I was gonna say, like, I am completely at a loss here, but let's do, since we played an F sharp major earlier, we're gonna do this in F sharp.
I wish you were my neighbors. Hashtag Hans Gruber. Hashtag Hans Gruber. No.
He's like, no, that's enough.
Not singing any more than that.
In case you're wondering, it was an F sharp major to a C sharp major to a G sharp minor. Just the chord progression.
Do you see it?
That was a 1-5-2 chord progression.
Okay.
1-5-2.
I believe you.
Go ahead and take that. All right, T-Ball, you all are so cool. I wish you were my neighbors. Hashtag Hans Gruber. We are pretty good neighbors. Yeah. My neighbor texted me today. She said they're going to be here Saturday morning.
Okay.
With the repair guy for the.
Because there's roof of their carport.
We had a freeze the other day. When it froze in Texas, their pipes busted. Mm-hmm. So don't park in the garage.
Okay.
We use their garage from time to time. We park in their carport because they want us to.
Yes.
Anyways, all right, yeah. Thank you, T-Ball. Great comment of the day song.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
152. Next question, Brian Strasser, hashtag Hans Gruber. It seems as though Jeff Beck's passing was somewhat overlooked by the general media, while Lisa Marie Presley's was front page news. Does it seem like a man's vast body of work is overshadowed by another person's notoriety, or am I looking at this the wrong way?
Interesting.
Good question, Brian Strasser. I was about to say, good question, Hans Gruber. That's interesting because I mean, I don't watch news. Like, we don't watch the news, like television.
Yeah.
All I ever see is social media. And for my circle, it was all Jeff Beck stuff. Like a nonstop barrage of Jeff Beck, memoriams, Jeff Beck. On my Facebook, on my Instagram, on, all that stuff. My YouTube. Way more Jeff Beck stuff than Lisa Marie. For me, from what I saw.
Yes, his algorithm's tuned to that though.
Yeah, my algorithm.
Elvis, Lisa Marie.
I saw some stuff about Lisa Marie, but
I did,
but not. I saw way more Jeff Beck stuff.
Yeah, I think I might have seen like 2 or 3 posts of Lisa Marie, and then maybe one of Jeff Beck's. But I don't run in that circle. My algorithm isn't tuned to that. So, but I think one of them was an actual news outlet, and it was about Lisa Marie.
Right.
So it wasn't about Jeff Beck. So.
Yeah. Well, you got to think. I was talking to a guy here in the shop today. We were talking about Elvis. He asked me if I saw the Elvis movie. I was like, no.
Nor will I.
He said I should. He said it was amazing. He saw it like 5 times in theater.
Nope.
All right. Really?
I don't like the guy.
Oh, the actor?
Yeah, no.
Who is it?
Do you remember that show that I was watching like a while back about the elves and like the ripping the veil, and like it's a while back ago. And like it was about elves, and they went around this thing, and he was like this called elf, and anyways, he's on that.
Sort of Shannara?
No, that was yeah.
Okay.
Him.
I don't know who him is.
He plays the main character of that show, and that's all I can say.
I just remember the book.
Yeah. And I don't like that now that he plays that, because before he had that kind of smolder looking face. But then now, since he's played Elvis, it's like he's trying to be Elvis, and that just puts me off. I'm like, I'm sorry, you're done. Because Elvis was not that douchey.
You're no Elvis.
No.
Well,
no.
So what the point was, I was talking to this is older than me, gentleman, and he was talking about it. freaking loves Elvis and like saw the movie 5 times in the theater because he freaking loves Elvis. He's like, it's great. If you're an Elvis fan, it's great or whatever. And we were talking about how, like, I have students, like 10-year-olds, like, well, we have a little lesson where I'm teaching them how to play RNA, like single, it's a couple of strings, very easy melody. None of them know who RNA is or,
Right.
American folk song from 1800s. So I don't expect them to know RNA. I'm like, you know who Elvis Presley is? And they're like, yes. And I'm like, have you ever heard of Elvis? Yes. I mean, like kids, kids today in 2023, 10-year-olds know who freaking Elvis Presley is, which is amazing if you think about it. It's amazing. I'm always like, I've never had one go, who's Elvis? Elvis? I've never had one kid in 13 years be like, Elvis? No, I've never heard. I mean, I'm like, that's saying something. That he is an icon of like American history and music, right? So you think about that versus the amount of people who know who Jeff Beck is. I mean, a lot of guitar players know who Jeff Beck is.
Right.
If you're a guitar player. If you're not a guitar player, I would imagine not a whole lot of the general public knows who he is. So you got to think about the impact Elvis had on culture worldwide as a whole. So yeah, of course, his daughter is probably going to make the news. So I'm not necessarily surprised, but that's just how it worked out in my algorithm, anyways. It was all Jeff Beck all the time, but I'm obsessed with the guitar, so I'm not surprised mine was like that.
Yeah, I mean, she's the king of rock and roll's.
She's the princess of rock and roll.
I
mean, technically, he was a king. She's a princess. She's a Disney princess.
She, pretty much.
So, yeah. It's interesting. It's interesting. Think about how we view things. And like, there's another thing. How about the number of people in the world? Like we're in the West, right? How many people in China know who Jeff Beck is? Of the millions and millions and millions of people in Asia, in India.
Almost billion.
Almost a billion people. Do they know who Jeff Beck is? Or Lisa Marie Presley? Probably. They probably know. I mean, Elvis is worldwide on a scale that is...
conversation, a little more action.
Elvis was on a scale that's hard to fathom.
I don't think it's ever been or will be.
Right.
Not really.
Yeah. Will there ever be anybody as world famous? Probably not. Justin Bieber. Maybe.
Yeah, but not in the way that Elvis was.
Right. Well, true.
It's like these people are infamous more than they are famous for their talent.
Yeah.
Elvis was famous for his talent because not only did he sing and make incredible records, and his gospel album is still selling today.
Oh, yeah.
But he also made lots of movies.
Yeah.
Where he sang and crooned away. So
a legit, real movie star.
Right.
Not, I was in 2 movies.
Right. And not a lot of vocalists can cross over to acting where he did.
Yeah.
So.
Good question, Brian Strasser. You guys and girls, tell us what you think. All right, final question. Ow! Jim Woodard. Jim's doing a thing where he's working out every single day, and he's got a little short video on his YouTube channel.
Nice.
Like, here's me on the treadmill.
Good for you, bud.
Day 17, treadmill, and I'm like, get it, Jim?
Awesome.
I'm on day 825 of 10,000 steps or more. Yesterday I got 19,000 steps. And
I don't do that.
All right. Well, I walked this morning. I was not having a good time. So I cut it short. I only did like a 32-minute walk instead of a 45-minute walk this morning. Because I was just not feeling it.
Right.
But cheers to Jim for getting after it. You know, when you get into your 40s, you start thinking about, maybe I should make some health changes. And it's really like, you should have done that in your 20s. But better late than never. All right, Jim Waiter's question. Iron Maiden is the greatest metal band ever. Agree? Question mark. Hans Gruber. Agree or disagree, Miss Angela?
I I honestly couldn't tell you a single Iron Maiden song.
How many Metallica songs do you know?
About 10 or 15.
So you would say, in your opinion, Metallica is superior to Iron Maiden as the greatest metal band of all time?
In my experience.
I agree with you, Angela.
I honestly couldn't. I might be
Run
able
to the hills.
Okay. I didn't know that was Iron Maiden.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I like that one. That one's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like the only one.
Oh.
That's the only one I know off the top of my head. Oh, there's Number of the Beast. You're not a fan of that one. 666.
Obviously
Number
not.
of the Beast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not on your top. I don't have that one either.
That would not be playing in my home growing up. Or would it be playing in my home now?
Yeah. Master of Puppets is fine. Number of the Beast, not as,
Yeah.
I disagree. I disagree, Jim. But Jim is like a year or two older than me.
Which would make sense
So,
that it would
yeah.
be him. He would like that group.
So I think if you're depends on when you grew up, right? Like guys that are about 10 years older than me. I have a friend who's about 10 years older than me. Freaking loves Kiss. Was in the Kiss army, had the card and Kiss. Everything's Kiss. Paul Stanley Kiss. It's like, but he's also like 10 years older than me. So, when he was a teenager, Kiss was really at like the apex of their world domination,
Mm-hmm.
And when I was a teenager, Kiss was not. So Kiss isn't even like on the radar for me as like one of the greatest bands of all time.
Right.
But when I was coming up as a young, impressionable 12, 13, 14, 15-year-old, it was like freaking Guns N' Roses, Metallica. I mean, Metallica was starting to take over the world then, and like, absolutely did. So, yeah. Now, I knew who Maiden was. I prefer Iron Maiden over Judas Priest. That's probably another argument for some people. I was never a big Judas Priest fan. I like Maiden more, but I also never got into them. Right?
Right.
Yeah. Now, I think Bruce Dickinson is freaking awesome as a singer. like rock singers who actually sing and don't scream.
Mm-hmm.
And even as an older gentleman.
But she's...
Yeah. He's like...
Yeah.
I don't know how old the video was, but I watched the video from not terribly long ago, within the last 10 years of them singing like Run to the Hills or something like that. I was like, dude's like...
It's impressive.
Getting it and not even like struggling.
Yeah.
Like he's no Bon Jovi.
Right.
Right? Bon Jovi can't sing his way out of a paper bag now.
Mm-hmm.
Bruce Dickinson's like not even like, is that
It's
even
like
hard?
the guys
for you?
of, what is it? Aha.
Mm-hmm.
Singing Take On Me.
Yeah.
He was like, they are on like a tour right now.
Really?
Yeah. Because it's coming back and all like this younger generation are like, oh, I love that going black and white into, because the video for Take On Me is even a filter.
Oh, yeah.
It's a filter on TikTok. Anyways, people have been circulating him singing, and they were like, it went from him on.
When he was in his 20s.
Yeah, what was it? Johnny Carson. He was on they were on the Johnny Carson show performing.
Wow.
Aha.
That's been a hot minute.
Yes. And Johnny Carson was into the mid 80s. Anyways, so then the screen pans over and it splits the screen and it's him now singing the same until he goes, take me on. And he hits it.
Oh, wow.
Like perfectly. And everybody in the comments were like, dang, he kept his vocal chops up.
Yeah.
To be able to be, in his 60s.
Yeah.
And hitting that note.
Yeah.
That's pretty great. Yeah.
You can play guitar into your old age and still be a great guitar player.
I never realized how much he looked like Patrick Swayze.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he looks like Patrick Swayze.
Singing, I mean, your vocal cords, it's like there's a time limit on that stuff. So
yeah.
I got to give it to Bruce Dickinson for being freaking awesome. But again, I'm not like, I don't even own a Maiden song on my iTunes. Let alone many Maiden songs that would necessitate an entire rack.
Right.
What am I going to do with an Iron Maiden?
Rack.
All right, contentious. You guys and girls, tell us down below, who, in your opinion, is the greatest metal band ever? Greatest metal band ever, down below in the comment section. I'm going to vote with Metallica. Mm-hmm. I don't think you can get bigger.
Especially now, since they're still,
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah. I mean, there are people who don't even like metal who like Metallica.
Right. I wish you could clip over to that Metallica doing the carpool karaoke, singing Little Mermaid. That was hilarious. When he busted out and is like, yeah.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
I knew you'd like that.
Yeah. I did enjoy that. I enjoyed James.
Yeah. I enjoyed Lars in the backseat going, what is happening?
That was my least favorite part, was when they kept showing Lars's face. I was like...
I thought it was funny. I thought he was so funny.
I thought Kirk was
would
great.
Be the same way. I'd be like...
Yeah. He looked like a douche. He definitely is. Who's your least favorite member of Metallica?
I don't know. Lars. Sure. Okay.
Good answer. Lars is also my least favorite member of Metallica.
Okay.
Who's the best member?
Kurt.
You're saying that because he's brown. All right.
That's right.
All right. Brown solidarity. That's fine.
I love all the Browns.
I love that. It's been a hot minute, but there was some girl on TikTok who was canceling Metallica because she had made a video. Her whole thing is she finds bands. It's like problematic things about the bands you love. And she digs up like stuff from like 25, 30 years ago where somebody said something like racist or whatever, or like they said or did something.
Everybody said something
right. I know.
In the 80s.
Have you lived through the 80s?
The 80s were horrible.
She was like, trying to like cancel Metallica by pulling up stuff that they said or did like in 1987 or 1992 or whatever. And it's like, she's like, there's a bunch of white misogynists, racists. I'm like, girl, there's two brown dudes in Metallica, right? You realize if they were a white power band,
half the band would be gone.
I mean, yeah. Like, what are you freaking talking about?
Then,
it's like she didn't even. I was like, I think she was Hispanic. She looked like she might have been Hispanic. I don't want to assume her ethnicity. Yeah. But I was like,
girl,
you know, Robert is like Mexican, right?
Like Mexican.
Like Mexican.
Yeah.
And
what does that mean?
He's not Texican.
Right.
He's Mexican. Right? And Kirk is Filipino. Mm-hmm. Like Asian. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I think that's...
They're pretty diverse.
What are you talking about? Racist white people. All right, anyways. Ow. Yeah, there used to be a bunch of white guys in the band. There was a point in the band where they were all white guys and Lars. Mm-hmm. Who's not American.
Right.
But, no, wait, no. Yeah, no. I don't know. Does Dave Mustaine count?
I don't know.
He's pretty white.
Yeah.
He's pretty white.
He's pasty.
You have a better argument about Megadeth, but they have a Brazilian player now. Anyways. Mm-hmm. I'm drifting. All right.
Yes, you are.
Greatest metal band of all time. Tell us down below. I was going to say Awkward Pause, but they're not really metal. No. So, whatever. All right, and that was the final question. Thank you guys so much for the questions. Glad to see y'all back again. If you have a question for next week, please type it down below in the comment section of this video. It should be really contentious now, I think. Ooh. Lots of comments on toxic guitar fandoms and the best metal band of all time. So talk down below. Mm-hmm. And I forgot. Oh, if you watch this entire thing from the beginning to the end, the entire runtime of this video, you are an elite class of YouTube viewer on this channel, and you're a super legend. And we play a little game called Secret Hashtag of the Day. So if you watch this whole thing, secret hashtag of the day is hashtag Take On Me.
Oh, that's good.
And we'll know that you watched this entire video from beginning to end. and you're an epic legend of a person.
Mm-hmm. That's all I'm gonna do.
Oh, okay. And and that was it. So until the next video, keep the music alive.
Don't forget it.
The music needs you.
And you need the music.
And we need to keep it alive for the next generation of kids
That's
who
right.
already know who Elvis is. We got to introduce them to some other people.
Like Jeff Beck.
Like Jeff Beck.
And his music.
And maybe Iron Maiden. Maybe. Never had a kid ask me to learn an Iron Maiden song.
Nope.
Strangely enough. Maybe I should learn it.
Yes.
Maybe I should learn an Iron Maiden song just to say that I have. Because I never have. Down below, what Maiden song should I learn? What's the generic Maiden song that everybody learns? What's the Smoke on the Water of Iron Maiden? It's probably Run to the Hills, I would guess.
I would think so.
We'll see. All right. Thank you guys so much. See you in the next video. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Flipside University.
Tacos for dinner.
Is that what we're having?
Well, you probably won't have them because it has cream cheese and salsa verde.
What? What about me?
No one cares. Too picky.
No one cares about my.
You're too picky.